Hello. Hello, party people. Hello, divinely aligned souls. I am so excited to be here with you guys today. We'll just give a moment or two for whoever is going to join us from the beginning. If anyone is here, say hi. I know there's a delay, but let me know if you can hear me. I am ready for you. Hey, hi, Kat. Hi, Jerry. Hi, JP. Hi, Garrett. Hello, beautiful people. Hello, George, Takora, Griselda. Yay, yay, friends. Hear you loud and clear. Perfect. Hi, Mike. Hi, Catherine. You guys are fast. I just posted in the Super Conscious Mastery group. Maybe you guys already knew I was going to be live. I kind of forgot to remind you. Oh, now you're all jumping in. Hi, everyone. Hello. Please let me know where you're coming in from. Where in the world are we today? It's like my favorite part. For so long, I was just in Canada, even with online things. And now I get to talk to you and feel you all over the place, all of your high selves, Orlando, New York, Boise. I think it's Boise, uh, California, Cincinnati, Oklahoma, California, Idaho. Oh, Cotswold in the UK, Utah, Chicago, South Africa, Spain. Oh my goodness. You guys don't know how much this is like a dream come true for me. I used to have these dreams as a child. These are the things I used to dream about as a child. Before like the internet was even a thing to me, I used to imagine like when people used to ask me what I was going to be when I was older, I used to tell them I was going to be on a stage. Like that was the vision I always had, was being on a stage. And I was then in leadership in high school, and I would go to these like leadership events and awards and things, and would all over the States and Canada. And I would just see people on stage talking about positive things. And it was always when I felt like that's where I'm supposed to be. But I remember when I was a kid and I used to have these visions of myself on stage talking to people that were from all over the world. So I like that. I'm looking forward to the day when I'm on a stage. I love being on a stage. It's weird, but I do. Always have. But I also love this, and that I can do this weekly. Well, really technically daily, but where else are we coming in from? Germany, Colorado, Denmark, Texas, California, South Dakota, Manchester, Australia. I love so much technology. Like I love that we have this ability to connect to each other. I know that these things can be looked at and used negatively, but there's so much more positive, in my opinion. Oh, thank you. Thoughts on alcohol. Okay, perfect. I will start there, Doopy Drub, in a second. Once we get into it, I will start with your question for sure. And thank you for the donation. Virginia, Canada, Sweden. Oh my goodness. This is so fun for me. Right now, right after we do a few questions, we're going to do a really powerful meditation today. I have something that I know wants to come through, and so it's fun for me to know that we're going to do some grid work today. We're going to anchor in, we're going to activate some light all over the world for ourselves, for self-love. If you know me, like you guys know me, because I show up for you daily. I know my mission here. I've always known my mission here is to bring as much light and love into the world as I can. And I know that starts with you loving you. You can't do it right if you don't start with yourself. So today, when I sat before I posted that this was going to be happening, I sat with zero to feel what was going to come through. And all I kept hearing was self-love. So we're going to go into that soon. Canada, yay. There's someone here from Canada. Josh, thank you. Josh says, I love your videos. Thank you guys. Missouri, New Jersey, North Carolina. So fun. I just sit here all day and have you guys tell me where you are in the world. I'm going to come visit you all. How about that? That is my ultimate goal, is to just go on a divinely aligned tour and just to hug you all. That's all I care about. Like, that was the next part of my vision, is that whenever I see myself on a stage, do you know what lights me up the most? I actually have never said this publicly. I've said it to people in my life, is I just want to be on a stage and make people, a lot of people, like I'd love to have thousands of people in a room, first hug themselves and then hug everyone else. I used to have a yoga studio, and every single class that I taught, and then pretty much every class that any instructor in my studio taught, we started with hugs. It was just what we did, because I cared more that people came to my studio and felt seen and connected than felt like they just had to stay in the confinement of their yoga mat. And it did, I know, make people uncomfortable, but I know over time it was what was the most game-changing thing for people, because it just, once you hug, and you didn't have to hug, but you can't really not when a room of people are hugging. And it's we all need hugs. We all need hugs. We all need hugs from ourselves. I have a feeling I might be making you hug yourself today. Maybe right now do it, but I will probably bring it through later as well. Um, anyways, let's get into it. Okay, Jerry's driving. Okay. Oh, you're driving the bus. Yes. Jerry is the divinely aligned tour bus driver for sure. That job is his. Sorry to anyone else that wants that. Jerry already claimed that. And I cannot wait. I cannot wait for the day that this is actually happening. Although, I'm really content with this now. It's always this or better. Toronto, more Wisconsin. I'm close to Canada. More Canada, Estonia, Virginia, Indiana. So fun. Okay, I'm gonna stop getting distracted by where in the world you are. So let's go to the question that Doopy Drub asked us. My thoughts on alcohol. My thoughts on alcohol are that are a lot of things. I have a lot of things I think about alcohol. There's a lot of things I channel too, about this. I personally think that it is our choice. I think obviously it is a lower vibration substance, but that being said, I'm someone that can have a drink or two and it just makes me happier, can help me get out of my head. I don't like to be drunk. I don't really like to drink, but I don't mind a drink or two, and sometimes enjoy a glass of wine just to chill. But for me, it doesn't lower my vibration. If anything, it can just kind of make me a little bit more present, because there's so much going on in here sometimes. But it's different for people that have addiction problems, or if you're using it to numb or run or avoid. If it's something that you're using against yourself, just like anything else, then it's definitely of a lower vibration. As far as the actual what alcohol does in our body, obviously it's not of the highest frequency. So I think, just like with anything, it's being a sovereign being and choosing whatever feels good for you. So if it's not something that to you in the moment lowers your frequency, and in a situation you want to enjoy a glass of wine or something, then I don't think that it's a problem. But it is all in how we take it, because it does amplify whatever we are feeling for a lot of us. And so that's where it can be definitely a negative thing. I am here for us all, which is a perfect lead into today. I am here for sovereignty and everything happening in the world right now. There's a lot happening. There's a lot of things. And I get questions all the time on my opinions on everything, and Zero's or Source's opinion on everything. And what I've sat with a lot, I know my own way that I see the world, but in what I channel, it really is that there's nothing more important than you choosing you, than you being sovereign, than you knowing yourself, than you being on a journey of self mastery. And so, the more that you are on a journey of self mastery, the more aligned and connected and present you are, you will make the right choices for you. So, for me, having a drink or two with friends is definitely, it doesn't negatively impact me. But that's not the case for a lot of people, and I grew up with an alcoholic, verbally abusive stepfather and at points drug addict. So and my just to go into it, my dad was joined the mafia when I don't know if I should say that on YouTube, but here we go. And I don't know the rest of his story from when he left me when he was 5 or us when I was 5, not when he was 5. I've had many people in my lives with substance issues and problems and addictions, and none of that was luckily mine, but it did make me not want to do any of those things. So then as an adult, I now just choose it as I feel right in doing it. But I think for anyone, it's in making the right choices for you. And if you're doing anything to avoid anything, then that's where we have to look at why. Because the point, in my opinion, and the way that we live, the only way we can live in the 5D and beyond in this new earth is being here now, present completely. Is there's nothing more powerful than cultivating and creating the ability to be present within your own body at any moment. And I have always felt very privileged, even though in all of the ways that a lot of the world sees privilege. I've had privilege and I haven't had privilege depending how you look at it. But for me, to me, the most powerful thing that I know I've always had is optimism, is being conscious, is that I've always been conscious and awake and aware. And as much as there was a lot of my life where it was really challenging because seeing the world the way that I see it when a lot of people don't made me feel very isolated and alone, because I really do see the light and love. I truly do see the best in everyone. I can always find the high side no matter how hard things are. And I lived in a world and with people that very much tried to cultivate and create in me that I was delusional or I was bypassing, and it just simply wasn't the case for me. I can see the 3D reality of anything and everything, but I know within me that I am sovereign. I know that I am the one choosing, and I've always done my best to be responsible for my reality. But I've made a lot of choices when I was insecure and felt unworthy. I've made a lot of choices that hurt me because I was trying to please and be there for others and make everyone like me, and had this deep fear of abandonment, as I said, I think in yesterday's video. Um, because again, my dad left when I was 5, and so when we're in that time from 0 to 7, when we're just in our subconscious mind, just sponging in everything around us, and the person that you love and feel loved by more than anything leaves, disappears literally, and never comes back in your deep subconscious programming, that's going to create some beliefs, right? So we all have these things that happen to us though, and I really truly believe that the more that you do what you know is right for you, the easier it gets to create your reality. But it starts with you being here. It starts within the now. What do you need? And I know that's not easy for everyone. I know it's hard for a lot of people, especially right now. I know all of you that are waking up or have woken up or had these awakenings. I get it. I feel it. There's a lot going on energetically. There's a lot of shifts and a lot of changes. And as I've been bringing through a lot, we're feeling ungrounded. We're feeling maybe in chaos or confusion because our ego doesn't want to let go of the things that it knows. And our soul knows that we're here for so much more. So it gets hard and challenging and exhausting. And we're seeing things fall apart around us. The more that we allow our frequency to rise, the more the things that are connected to us at lower frequencies and lower levels of consciousness are no longer a match. So those things, those relationships, those belief systems change. And to our ego, to our consciousness, that doesn't feel good because it wants to know. And so the more that you consistently just keep your focus on what feels good and right for you, I all of the lower frequency things like maybe drinking or drugs or shopping or overworking or whatever ways are not aligned with your soul, they you won't have as much need or desire for them the more that you are happy and comfortable within yourself. There's nothing wrong with anything unless you choose for it to be wrong. So when we have these things that we do and we're constantly judging and criticizing and shaming and blaming and guilting ourselves, we stay in that frequency. So that's why I'm so passionate about having people create and be in their super conscious mind and be in the now and do what feels right for you right now, because that's how you're going to start to shift and change all of those things that aren't serving you. It's not through hating that you're doing them. It's not through judging yourself. Those things, like, you can't, where did I know I shared it in a video or channeled through or someone's quote, I don't know, but something about we can't hate ourselves into loving ourselves, right? So if we're judging and criticizing and shaming and blaming ourselves for things and waiting for the right healing or meditation or the validation from someone so that we can feel worthy of our own self-love, we're going to stay in that paradigm. And that's a paradigm and a system that we are conditioned to be in from a very young age. And so instead of trying to undo and fix and problem solve these paradigms and these belief systems that have created ways of being that maybe aren't aligned with our highest, it's so much easier and so much more fun and so much more powerful and sustainable when you just start to focus on you now and on what feels good for you now and creating more and doing more that feels aligned. And the things that aren't aligned just start to not make sense. You don't have time and space for them. You don't enjoy lowering your frequency by drinking anymore. Like, it just, there's no point to it. There's no need to it because you're enjoying your reality so much. But when we're constantly in these places where we feel like there's so much we have to do and figure out in the now, it's overwhelming. So that's when we do a lot of things to avoid what is going on around us. But when we start with us, because that's the only way that it can happen, like I think it was yesterday's video where it came through, yeah, um, that where a lot why a lot of us aren't feeling our frequency rise higher is because we're not receiving. All of us that are here, that are empathic, that are awake, that are aware, that are conscious, we are not allowing ourselves to just receive ourselves, our presence, our breath, our truth. And it's because we think we need to figure it out and we think we need to know and we need to have a plan and we need savings and all these things are great. Don't ignore the things and basic needs, but no matter if you're in a job that you hate or you're in a career that you love, no matter if you're in a relationship that's really challenging or you're with the love of your life, unless you're happy within you, there's always going to be things that are going to be stressing you out and challenging you. But when you start with you, everything else becomes so much easier because when you know yourself and you can sit with yourself. And I'm not saying that it's easy when you're cultivating and creating this because I'm still doing it too. Things are shifting for me real fast. Dreams are becoming very, very tangible and very 3D and beyond what I ever dreamed of right now, like so fast. And I'm so grateful for it. But my ego is still calibrating and still trying to figure out how to be okay with all of these changes and wanting to believe that things are going to happen the way that they used to. And so I'm so grateful that I have you guys now here to talk to and to share these videos with. And I'm so humbled by the fact that what I bring through is resonating. But as I've been saying, it's not easy to just vulnerably, authentically share this shit because it's a lot. It's a lot, and our egos don't like vulnerability. They don't like to be seen because it feels unsafe, because we've spent our lives feeling like we need to be something or someone else. So just being ourselves feels like the most unsafe thing until you cultivate and create the way of being you, but you can't know what that looks like unless you're being it. And this is where I got stuck for a really long time is I kept having this vision of who I was and what I wanted to do and how I wanted to be and trying to figure out the perfect way and the perfect things to offer and the all of that, while also deeply just knowing I had to show up on YouTube every day. As much as I resisted it, here we are, divinely aligned right on time, but I really could have made a few years a little bit easier if I had started this sooner, but time is all an illusion, right? So it's what it was meant to be. So hopefully that answers the question. Yeah, I'm just seeing, I think I'm divine creation. It's not the substance, it's our internal vibration. Exactly. So, but every you the thing is that it's hard for me sometimes to talk about this collectively, especially in such a public space. But like one-on-one when I work with people or in smaller containers, it's easier to go deeper into this, but you have to meet yourself where you're at because you can go online, you can hear my opinion, you can hear my channelings, you can also go to anyone else's on YouTube and you could hear something completely conflicting to what I say. What I think is the most important is that you follow what resonates and feels true for you, what feels aligned for you. And this is what I think is the most challenging and also the most exciting and powerful thing of where the world is now is there's an overload of information, an overload of videos and courses and posts and opinions. So if you use it in the right way, if you are self-responsible, which is was my favorite thing is to teach social media responsibility to teenagers when I had my studio, and I loved it because we can't avoid that they're going to use these things, that we're going to use these things, but if you're following or listening to things that are making you judge yourself or shame or guilt or feel jealousy or in any negative ways about yourself, there's enough other things that you can follow. There's enough things that you can follow that can put you in a higher vibration and frequency. There's so many things out there that can put us in negative states, that can make us be in fear, that can create a sense of lack of limitation, but we can just as easily find things that put us in a high vibration, that put us in a space where we actually feel like we are limitless, like there is possibility. We're in a place where we feel faith, where we feel hope, where we know that there is more, because there is. You are divine. You are divine light and love here having a human experience. And the more that you wake up to that, there is a period of calibration, of allowing yourself to raise your frequency and anchoring into higher and higher levels. When we keep going back into old ways of being, and then doing things to raise higher, it gets exhausting and it can be really confusing for our nervous system, for our subconscious mind, for our unconscious, or for our self conscious mind. But your superconscious mind, the divine, your highest self, in the now knows what is best for you at all times, but you're going to feel it. It's thinking about things that gets in our way. That's what slows down the process of us ascending into being all that we're here to be is our minds. And it's not to say we don't need them, we need them, but they're here to serve a purpose and it's not to create our reality. It's to help us, it's to store information, it's to have facts and knowledge and wisdom about things that we're here to share about or about things that are going to serve and save us or make life easier. Like we want our subconscious programming to stay able to tie our shoes and drive to the grocery store without thinking about it and do all of these basic things that keep us alive. We don't want to wake up every day and have to think about how to pump the blood through our body and make our lungs breathe and walk to the coffee pot or whatever it is, like all these things that just naturally and innately happen for us. all of that is a miracle in its own. It's a miracle that we wake up and that our hearts beat and our lungs breathe and that we are here in these homes having this human experience. And all of these little things that we do all day so mindlessly, there's a lot that is great, but there's a lot that is no longer aligned in serving us. So the more that you do what you need to do for you so that you can enjoy your reality, that is where the magic happens. Because a lot of us have created realities and identities that are not aligned. Our realities aren't allowing us to choose to love ourselves, to give ourselves more time and more space than anything else. And because we aren't giving ourselves the time and the space to be with ourselves, to feel ourselves, to make the choices that we want to make in the now, our realities aren't mirroring what we want. So you have to start in the now with the baby steps of being here and really following what your heart is calling you to do. I just brought through right before I came on here, I brought through a recording for that's gonna go up tomorrow where I'm actually there's something that's I'm not I wanna share it with you guys today. Maybe I will. Maybe I will. We'll see. There's something I've been, like, kind of scared to do, but it felt really right, so I committed to it. I actually committed to a couple things that are coming out in tomorrow's video for me. But I think you guys will enjoy it. Where was I going with this? Oh, so I did bring through a little talk on super consciousness and self-consciousness and subconscious, and I'm gonna talk a little bit about it right now because I think that it's important, for this topic is the fact that to me, no matter what you watch, no matter what you do, no matter what you listen to, you can find 10 other opinions on it that all contradict each other, right? And so it can get confusing when we think that people outside of us know better than us. And so that's what's been really challenging for me because here I am feeling like I don't want to tell anyone what to do, yet I know in what I do, I'm helping a lot of you see yourselves in your truth. So I'm trying to just create space for you to see and hear what you need to and just sharing in my journey and being, an authentic expression as much as I can for you, as uncomfortable as it is. Where I'm going with this is when you find things that are telling you things that don't feel good for you, look up something else on the topic. Look up someone else's opinion. I earlier today I had a YouTube video playing. I can't even remember what it was now. There's too many things going, I'm channeling right now that I can't really remember what I was even listening to. But I was listening to something and then literally right after, because that's what YouTube does, it'll play a similar topic video. And it was a completely different opinion of the same thing. And it was two people that I highly respect and they're very 5D and I just thought it was funny because to me, I have the awareness of knowing my resonance, of knowing what from anything I hear feels true for me and allowing my discernment to create what feels right for my choices. So where I'm going with this is the way that we live lives that we love is in the now, is creating realities through being the identity of us that shows up and chooses ourselves. And so the reason that I love helping people live super consciously is because to me it's the way to hack the system. It's the way to bypass this self-conscious ego mind that just wants to figure it out and know. And the way that we do that is through our hearts. Our hearts have a direct line to our superconscious mind. Our hearts and our souls are our 0 point frequency that's in the center of our chest. I can go into a whole talk on this at some point, but it's that feeling, it's that knowing that you don't have words for because it is beyond words. And our super conscious mind is always guiding us in the now through frequency and energy. So I see it as like imagine a circle and then put a line through it. I would draw for you guys, but it's not going to be pretty. So just imagine with me. And the bottom half of this circle is your subconscious mind. And 0 to 7, it's just open and it's receiving everything. And then 5 to 7, our self consciousness starts to come online. And due to everything we've sponged in, we start to create who and how we need to be to get what we need, right? And so we've for the most part figured out how we get our basic needs covered, and we've started to figure out how to take care of ourselves in some ways, like, I don't know, feed ourselves and such, but still need someone to buy the groceries and put a roof over our head. So we start to create the identity that we are, to have these things and to be a part of the tribe, the family, to be loved, to be approved, and then depending on your circumstances and your family system and all of the things, that's all impacting the way that you are. So then all of that just starts to take over. And in the beginning, when we can't come into this world, we're just following frequency and energy before we start to learn words and how to manipulate reality, really. And so the more that we start to allow our egos to run the show and to create all these ways of being, it gets burned in our subconscious programming, because our subconscious programming, our subconscious mind learns through repetition. So the more things we do and the more things we believe, or how we create we need to be. But that's all due to what was happening around you. So now, for those of us that are awake and aware, all we got to do is be here and start to choose to do different. But it does take consistency. But we can recode and reprogram our subconscious programming so much faster when we live in this from our superconscious mind, when we allow our quantum compass to guide us by what feels right, by following what excites and ignites us, by what's beyond words. There's so much trying to come through that it's like hard for me to keep up. But so we sorry. We have my hands are too animated for this mic to be here. I need to figure out a different way. So we have this circle with the line through it, right, guys? And then we have our superconscious mind, which is really the quantum field, Akashic records, however you want to see it, is the superconscious field. It's all just different words for the same thing, in my opinion. But then we have our own superconscious mind, our own higher consciousness. It is the part of us that is what chose to come down here and have this human experience. And it chose to stay up there, guiding us and feeding us and leading us through the light codes within us that it can activate and spark and awaken at any time, and that it is doing right now for you. So things in your life may be shifting and changing and falling apart, but it's only because there's so much light trying to come through for you. So the more that you allow yourself to just let go and let the frequency and energy lead, what starts to happen is that when you start to live in heart-based consciousness instead of ego-based consciousness, your heart starts to lead and recreate your subconscious instructions, your unconscious instructions, and your ego starts to see, oh, this is the way to be. It actually is way safer, way more fun, way more enjoyable, way more abundant if we are in the unknown. Like, you can create safety in the 5D and in the beyond. Your ego will get on board, and there's still going to be the things that come up you until you see them, until you move through them. So even for me, as I raise to higher levels of consciousness and frequency within myself, as I'm starting to attract and magnetize more of my dreams and beyond, there's still those things in there that get activated that I haven't felt yet. There's been some new ones recently, but now, because I'm at a higher level of self-belief and awareness and consciousness, I'm at a higher level of self-actualization and realization. I can see easier the games and the tricks that my ego is just trying to play on me, and it's really only to protect me. Your ego and your unconscious programming, all they want to do is keep you alive. They don't really care about anything beyond right now and what they know to do based in what they know to do based in what you've done before. So when you cultivate and create the ability to live in the now and to trust yourself through frequency and energy, because you're trusting yourself, it's just your super conscious mind instead of your other minds that are just limiting you, right? So, anyways, I don't know if that helped. I will read more in the chat in a minute. I'm just trying to feel into what else wants to come through. We are going to meditate. We are going to go in. I'm going to go into trance. I'm going to allow zero to come through for us today and really connect us into our highest selves so that you guys can feel and receive whatever you need for wherever you're at in life. We are energetically right now, every day. Every day, things are speeding up so fast. This world is awakening more and more. And the most powerful thing you can do is love yourself. It is honestly the answer to everything. It is loving yourself in the now. It's you don't even have to worry. You don't have to worry about trying to figure out how to love yourself 10 years ago when you maybe did or were ways you didn't want to be. Like, have appreciation and gratitude as much as you can for the fact that that version of you was doing the best they could with what they knew. You don't need to focus on loving yourself in the future when everything is worked out perfectly and you have all the things that you need to finally be worthy of loving yourself. That's never going to happen. You have to love yourself now. It's the only time that you can. And to me, the way that we love ourselves is this, is just choosing to be present. It's choosing to be here. It's choosing to just feel. I just saw this come up, so I'm going to read it. It pisses me off that my mind is this awesome. That's great. I love that. Um, thank you. I just read the next one too. You're amazing at how you're explaining this. Thank you. Because here's the thing, guys. I'm going to be a little bit vulnerable. When I'm channeling, there is so much happening that w I just have to talk. I just have to speak. And sometimes I don't feel like I can catch up, and because I can't hear what I'm saying and I don't plan any of this, I don't really know until I listen back if I'm making any sense. So, I'm glad that you guys are understanding and getting this. Um so, where was I going with this? Be here now. Breathe here now. That's all that you need in any and every now moment. You know what to do in the now. And if you cultivate and create the way to be present with yourself, there is nothing more powerful you could do for yourself. Nothing. There's nothing, because then when things happen in your 3D reality, that you can't control, if you know how to show up for you, if you know how to trust yourself, if you know how to connect into every single one of us as a channel. We are all channels, however you want to see it, of God, the universe, divinity, your highest self, your superconscious mind, the quantum field. If you want to feel it, if you feel like you can tap into Akashic records, if it's angels, if it's guides, if it's higher consciousness, ascended masters, all is possible. All is possible. But in the now, I do know that you have a direct line to the divine, to your superconscious mind, and it will always guide you, but it's going to feel right. It's going to feel like love. You don't need to justify it. Our ego needs to justify. Our ego needs reason. Our ego needs understanding. Our ego needs proof. Our ego needs to make sense of things. So the more that we're trying to do those things, there's nothing wrong with it, because there's nothing wrong with anything, but it is limiting you and it's slowing it down. There's so much more to do and enjoy by being. Like, when you are just, thank you. Thank you. I love the super thanks, you guys. It just, yeah, it makes me feel very, I don't know, loved. I'm very grateful. I'm very grateful. There aren't words. Just by you guys being here and listening to me and all of this. It is growing and evolving, and I'm just trusting because I can't keep up with it. And so your love in all the ways is everything to me. But now I've lost my train of thought. So be here now. Follow the frequency and energy. It is literally how I'm here. I will do my best to I will keep being vulnerable and transparent and sharing things about any part of my journey. I am an open book and happy to share anything, talk about anything, all of my struggles, all of my challenges. I do like to keep it high vibe, but there's been a lot for me that I've had to go through, and I can tell you, looking back, that every single time, what has helped me and how I've got here is in truly just cultivating the ability to trust in what right now feels like the best divinely aligned step, which is really why my company became named Divinely Aligned, because I actually used to set reminders hourly, and I encourage you guys to do this on my phone, an alarm every hour to go off. And it just said, what's the next divinely aligned step? And it would just be that reality check for me to breathe. And like, was it just to drink a glass of water? Was it to go for a walk? Was it to talk to someone? Like, in the now we know. So hopefully I'm getting my point across today with all of this. Okay. I'm trying to feel for what wants to come through right now. I think I'm going to leave. I really want to go into the chat right now, but I am feeling very deeply like Zero wants to come through and speak to us. So I have had a few people asking about Zero doing Q&A. There are ways I will start to do them. I have some plans. We'll start to do some on YouTube. But in Super Conscious Mastery, which starts on Saturday, there will be every Tuesday. We are going to be doing a live class with Zero, and then I have someone moderating and asking questions from you guys. So anyone in Super Conscious Mastery, Zero will be asking your burning questions then, and I will find ways to do it here on YouTube too. But right now, that's where it's at. They like to just stream through me freely here in these videos. So we're going to do that right now. I encourage you, if you can, to close your eyes. But if not, as I say in every video, we know you can breathe. So I do highly encourage you to breathe with me. It helps me connect into your superconscious field, into whatever needs to come through for you, and all you have to do is receive what resonates, what feels good, or what feels like it's what you needed to hear and receive. This is going to be a little bit more of a meditation and a heart activation. So if you can't do it with your eyes closed right now, I encourage you to come back and do that then. So just closing your eyes. If you want to, placing both hands over your heart. Just relaxing your shoulders, relaxing your forehead, relaxing the space between your brows. And starting to notice your breath. Feeling every inhale and every exhale. Feeling your inhale move all the way down through your chest, through your lungs, through your heart space, all the way into your belly. Holding at the fullness of your inhale. And when you release every inhale, just allowing whatever stress, tension, anxiety, pressure, frustration, fear, anger, limitations you've been holding on to. On the inhales, remembering that you are a sovereign soul, that you get to choose what you allow within you. When you're at the emptiness of your exhales, just pausing and asking yourself what you want to bring in right now. How do you want to feel? What are you calling in to you? So just continuing to breathe. On the inhales, receiving what you need and allowing what you need to clear and cleanse and release what you don't on the exhales. And you can continue to breathe like this as long as you want to, or allow your breath to go back to however feels best for you. Hello, beautiful, brilliant beings of light and love. This is Zero. We are so happy to be here with you today. Thank you for being here live. We love coming through in real time for you. We encourage you right now, as you're breathing, as you're feeling, as you're moving through whatever you are moving through in this now moment, to realize that you are always shifting. You are always evolving. You are always changing. You are always transforming. And the key now is to do it expansively, limitlessly. It's easy. It's easy. The way that so many of you can get in the way is by trying to control it, by trying to manipulate and force things, is by thinking, just by thinking, but really by thinking that you know in your minds what you need to do or what is best for you. And we aren't saying that you don't know things that are very much true and very much of value to you and others. But there's so much more for you here. There's so much more for you to experience. The magic and the miracles and the awakenings and the knowings are overflowing to you in any moment that you're willing to just feel and allow and be guided and play in frequency and energy and imagination and in creation from a space of feeling unlimited, unlimited by what your minds know, because that's really what you're doing. It's not that there's not power in the knowledge and in the wisdom and in the knowing and in the beliefs that you have. There's a lot of power in them, and all of it has got you here purposely. But you also signed up to wake up and remember that you are here to expand and evolve beyond words. And the only way that you can do that is in the now. So now, when you allow, as Courtney just brought through for you, your heart to lead, when you're here in heart-based consciousness, when you're following that subconscious or the superconscious calling that is going to recode and reprogram the subconscious mind through being, through feeling, through following what feels good for you, that's when you really see that everything you've always known on a soul deep level, on a frequency level, is true. That's when you start to see you really can quantum heal. You can quantum manifest. In the now, you can do and be and create whatever you want to. And the only thing that even right now is going to tell you that's not true, if you look at what's coming up for you, is it's just beliefs and stories that you're holding on to, which is a part of this journey. But it's now time for you to let go, to stop holding on. You don't have to forget. You just need to start living. You just need to start being here in the now as the creator you're here to be, living limitlessly, following your dreams, following your desires, following your passions, listening to your intuition. In the now, you are always being guided. And all that you need to do is fall more and more in love with who you are. Because the resistance that you have to the fact that you are worthy, that you are enough, is what is stopping you from experiencing your divinity. You're not experiencing your divinity and your frequency and your capacity to live limitlessly because you aren't loving yourself unconditionally. The only way that you can do that is in the now. So, all of these things that you do and you choose or you've done and you've been, right now, we encourage you to just love yourself for everything you did, said, chose, were before you knew better, just like you would most likely with a child. It is now time for you to do that for you. And we know a lot of you have in a lot of ways. But we promise you that the only way that you are not receiving anything you feel like you're not receiving that you need is because you are not fully seeing yourself. You are not fully following through on what your heart is calling you to do. This is why we use Courtney. And she's now on board with it. It's not comfortable. Your egos don't like to be vulnerable. They don't like to be authentic. They want to know. They want approval and validation outside of them. But that is the paradigm that you will stay in then, of constantly needing the outward approval and validation to feel worthy. And we know that you are still going to want it. You are still going to enjoy it. But we promise you it feels so much better when you feel the resonance, when you feel the approval, when you feel the validation, just because someone genuinely, wholeheartedly sees and connects to you. There is no better feeling for you humans than being there in resonance with each other, genuine, connected, mirroring to each other your divinity. That is the point of all of you that are here, waking up more and more to the new earth, to the fact that you are divinity, that you are here to mirror light and love in this world, but you have to be it. And you don't need to figure out how. You just need to be it, which we know is easier or feels or seems easier said than done. But again, it's just because you're in your conscious thinking mind in the now instead of being in your heart, instead of feeling. And it's complicated because part of the paradigms of this world that you're in, a lot of the paradigms that you have been conditioned and grown up in close your heart, or that's what it feels like. They create these ways that you feel unsafe in trusting and in feeling and in listening to your heart. You have these walls that you feel like you need to have, the boundaries that you all have to not allowing yourself to feel vulnerable, to feel seen. So many of you are afraid to feel safe. You're afraid to trust. But once you trust yourself, you can trust anything and everything else, because you know when you trust yourself, you will always know in the now what is right for you. But when you're trying to put your trust in anything outside of you without truly trusting in what you're feeling, that is where you can feel like you need to then have boundaries and protect yourself, because you choose things that aren't in alignment, because you're doing them from an ego-based consciousness that's wanting validation and approval and wanting to feed your emotional addiction patterns that are programmed from when you're too young to know better as to how you feel safety and security, right? So you keep choosing the same patterns and the same things that feel right to you because it's what feels safe, because you know how to survive in it, which again is all a part of the journey. And there's no judgment to any of that, but we're here to free you. by just giving you the permission and the awakenings and the remembrance and the resonance to the fact that you are more powerful than that you are a sovereign soul that knows in the now what to do and how to be. And all you got to do is breathe. So now what we want to bring through for you is a meditation to truly connect into and open your heart more than ever before. So, whatever you're doing, wherever you are, if you can, at least just breathe and feel and receive these words. So, just breathing again, fully and completely. Breathing in through your nose and out through your mouth. Fully inhaling through your nose into your belly. Fully exhaling out of your mouth. Maybe audibly, maybe forcefully, really releasing on the exhales. And for 3 rounds, we'd like to do this breath together. So, allowing yourself to fully exhale now, holding at your emptiness while we all meet here. And now everyone fully inhaling all the way into your belly. And then holding for 1, 2, 3. Exhaling it all out. And holding at the emptiness for 1, 2, 3, 4. Inhaling in again, expanding even wider into your belly, holding for 1, 2, 3, and then exhaling out, fully, completely exhaling, holding at the emptiness for 1, 2, 3, 4. One more time, fully inhaling all the way into your belly, really expanding your belly, holding for 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhaling it all out, holding at your emptiness for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then drinking that next inhale in. Now just breathing however feels best for you. Noticing, feeling the harmony. And just breathing and now feeling into your heart. Feeling and breathing into your heart. Focusing on your heart. Leaning into your heart. Seeing into your heart. Maybe hearing the beat of your heart. Starting to notice a light beating in your heart. See, feel, hear, know a beating in the center of your heart. Maybe creating your own little rhythm, seeing it, feeling it, hearing it, knowing it, just beating, breathing, and then starting to feel your heart light expanding. Feel and see this light beating and beaming through your whole being. Just feeling a pulse of light moving through your whole inner being. feeling the frequency and energy from the center of your heart, allowing your heart to beat into all that is within you. Just feeling your heart beating through your entire inner being. And then starting to feel the light beating through you. Starting to feel the light expand outside of you. As your light starts to expand out of you, feeling, seeing, knowing this beating frequency, feeling it start to connect to the other lights beating all around this world, just starting to see and feel yourself in the oneness, in the isness and the limitlessness that you are connected to everything and everyone, feeling the power of all of you here in this moment, breathing and being, feeling the light, feeling your hearts, and just feeling the power that you have within you, all around you, streaming to you, streaming out of you. And just feeling and being and knowing that you do not need to know anything else. Just feel free. Feel the light. Feel the truth. Know that you are here feeling connected, breathing, being divinity. You planned this. You chose this. You are here right now to remember your power, to remember your light, to remember your sovereignty. Just breathing and feeling. Notice anything you're seeing, experiencing, hearing. Just feeling yourself weightless, limitless, boundless, without a worry. You've got nothing to do and nowhere to be. You are here to live limitlessly as the sacred expression of divinity, of consciousness, of oneness that you coded yourself to be. You have everything you need within you. And it is time now for you to love yourself more than ever before. So just feeling into what it feels like to love yourself right now, just because you are you. Choose to do and be all that you want to. You are free. You are limitless. You are divinity. Bringing your awareness back to your breath, back to your heart. Just feel your physical body breathing, focusing on your heart and asking your heart to show you, to tell you, to awaken in you, to activate in you whatever it knows you need right now. Just see what comes through for you. What does your heart have for you right now? Just receiving and breathing. To raise your frequency, you need to receive the light and the love that you need, that is always here. So allow yourself now to call all of the light back to your heart, all of it, all of the light. Bring it back to your heart. You are not taking light from anyone else. The more light that you ignite in your heart, the more light there is for everyone else. So the more light that you all allow to come back into you, the more there will be for everyone else. So allow yourself to receive all of the light, all of the love, all of the divinity. Allow it all into you. You are worthy. You are ready. So allow yourself to receive it. Even more of it. You get to have more and more and more and more. Feel your heart overflowing with light. Now see that you are pouring so much light into your heart that your heart can't contain it all. So the light that you're bringing into your heart is overflowing, like you're overflowing a glass of water. You can't turn off the tap, it's stuck on. Just feel your heart now overflowing with the light that you are receiving, and allow the light to now overflow from your heart through your whole being. And then see that your human being cannot contain all of this light. So then the light starts to beam out of you again. But now this light has come through you, has activated you, has awakened you to a whole new level and frequency than you began this meditation in. Feeling your light now moving through this world. Feel now your light connecting to all of the other light. Feeling all of the light again, but feel how much higher the frequency is that you have all just allowed yourself to receive. And now you have even more to give. You have to receive first. So allow yourself to just leave this tap on. There is no end to the amount of light and love that will stream and beam to and through you. We promise you. You cannot take too much light. The more light you receive, the more light you will be, and the more light you will have to give and activate in everyone else. That is how you designed it. You designed it this way. You chose to be a being that was here to lead in this new earth as the light that you are, loving yourself first and then everything and everyone else. Because they are you, you are them, we are all one. But the key is you. That's the only link that you can ever be getting wrong and you're still not getting it wrong, but it's the only thing that really ever limits you is not being and seeing your truth, your light, your love, your divinity. So now, bringing your awareness back to your breath again, just feel all of the love, all of the light within and all around you. And now we encourage you to open your arms wide, opening your arms wide, expanding through your fingers, wiggling your fingers, and then wrapping your arms around yourself, walking your fingertips back as far as you can on your shoulders, holding yourself here, embracing yourself here, feeling yourself here. When was the last time you hugged yourself? This is what your arms are for, to hold you, to embrace you, to love you. So just holding yourself, feeling grateful, feeling proud for all that you are, for all that you've done, for all that you've been, and most importantly, for the fact that you are you right here and now, raising the consciousness of this planet. The work that you just did through this meditation is a million times more powerful than thousands of people living in limitation right now. You, just you, breathing and being and feeling the light and hugging yourself is more powerful than anything else. We promise you. So just holding and loving and appreciating yourself right now. Noticing any resistance. And then holding yourself a little bit tighter. Then bringing your awareness to your third eye. And as you hold yourself and love yourself, just envision and imagine a world of beings loving themselves, hugging themselves, taking care of themselves, supporting themselves, being who they want to be, doing what they want to do, creating super consciously in the now through what excites and ignites them and brings joy to them. Imagine what that world would look like if you all just loved yourselves and did what brought light and love to you. Imagine what that world would be if you all didn't need anything outside of you. You would have everything outside of you that you needed, but it would all just expand what you are. So be the light, be the love, be the divinity that you are here to be consciously. You can allow yourself to let your arms rest now, or keep hugging yourself, your choice. But just notice how you feel, feeling and being and breathing. And knowing that you would not be here receiving this if you weren't ready to be the authentic, vulnerable, limitless, boundless, infinite, magnetic, super conscious, creator, alchemist, channel you're here to be. Just living as you want to, because you have a pure heart. And what you want to do is for you. And when we say what you want to do at a soul deep level because it feels good for you. So know right now that you have just raised your frequency And we want you now to anchor in to this space, to this consciousness, to this identity and reality. So we will end this with a repeat after us. I am divinity. I am free. I am limitless, boundless, infinite, light, and love. I am ready to be the identity that I am divinely designed to be. The one that chooses to live in my sovereignty, following the frequency, the energy, and allowing my vibration to be the essence of ecstasy, magnetizing and manifesting effortlessly, easily, quantumly, in the now, everything I need to live a life beyond my wildest dreams. And so it is. Welcome to your new identity and reality. You are free. All you got to do is choose to be you. You are perfect. You are perfect. Bringing your hands to your heart and just feeling proud for all that you are. Feeling grateful for all that you have been through, for all that you have done that has led you right here and now. And then choosing right now to have this be the moment where you devote fully, wholeheartedly, completely to loving yourself more than anything else. It is the most powerful, selfless thing you could do, because you loving and being you is how you will be of the greatest service to everyone else. We promise you. Pressing your hands together at the center of your chest, bringing a smile to your face, feeling excited for all you've just ignited, knowing that magic and miracles are on their way to you today and every day. All you got to do is be here to receive them. Blinking your gaze open if it's closed. Namaste. Thank you all for going on this journey with us. If you need to take some time now and just go and be in journal or do anything, feel free to. Feeling whatever you're feeling, knowing it is all for you. It is all you. We love you so much. And all you need to know on a mental level right now is that this, you being here, if this is resonating, if you're feeling anything from this, that's all the proof that you need. All the proof that you need that you are worthy of living your dreams and beyond. So, whatever you're ready for, it's time. We're ready for you. We promise you. We're going to let Courtney come back through now. Thank you for giving us this opportunity to raise the consciousness of your planet. Thank you for following through on your contract. And know that we are always here for you, not just through Courtney. There's many ways that we come through for you all day, every day. Just trust in what resonates you, for you, with you, in you. We love you. Thank you. It's really bright. Thanks, friends. We've been on for an hour and 20 minutes. I've been doing this for 2 hours. I don't even know. I'm really shaky right now and hot. I'm not gonna look at the chat just yet, but if anyone wants to share how they're feeling, what they're feeling, we will wrap this up soon. That was magical. I really felt a lot of love and light and frequency through that. I was floating in the quantum with all of you, seeing so many of you, hearing and feeling so much excitement in the quantum realm. So know that there is more coming, that you are just activating and awakening more and more of the wisdom and knowledge that is coming through for you. And I can tell you from experience that the more that you let go and you just trust in the weird things that you see, that you feel, that you are called to, you will really start to see your divinity, your power, your light, your truth, your love, your freedom, your bliss, your happiness. I really hope you all hugged yourself. I did feel myself hugging myself. I know that that happened. I'm not surprised. I think I was led to warn you of that before. I'm just imagining so many of you hugging yourself and loving yourselves, just like I said before. Oh, it's 222 here. That's fun. Just saw it all, just like I said at the beginning, even better than being on a stage. I was literally imagining a planet of beings all hugging themselves and breathing at the same time. And it was extremely divine. My whole body is tingling. So just know whatever you're feeling, whatever is resonating is true for you. I'm going to take a little scan through the chat, but I do want to wrap this up. Now we've been on for an hour and 22 minutes. Let's just scan. I'm not going to see what's going on here. Let's see here. Are you drowning in my energy? Probably. Just kidding. I don't think I can drown in energy. I'd be shocked if that could happen. Oh, thank you all. Thank you all. You are all amazing. Thank you. It was so magical. Okay. I don't want to get too caught up in the chat. I think we all just need to enjoy this new frequency and energy and vibration and where we're at and all of the love and the light that we just ignited and expanded beyond words. That's what I'm feeling right now. Like I don't really have words for what I feel as per usual right now. So I do want to just share a few things. I'm going to leave you hanging. I'm going to leave you guys hanging because this has gone long enough on what I will commit to. I'm committing to something kind of big that I think you're all going to love, that I'll share tomorrow. I will share right now, though, that in the show notes below, you can sign up to join us for Superconscious Mastery, which we start on Saturday. It is going to be, again, beyond words. I wanted to bring through some clarity because I've been having a lot of the same questions. And I'm going to update the sales page because I realized I hadn't put it in there, which I'm just trusting was for whatever reason. The lives are gonna be on Tuesdays with Zero, which are channeling, and then Q&A, at 1:11 PM PST, and there will be a replay, always, and then the next day on Wednesdays, there will be self-mastery classes with me to help make sense of everything on a human level, and that will be at 3:33. I have to have fun with the numbers. At 3:33 PST, PM. I'm not gonna get up at 3 in the morning and go live. I just thought if I gave a couple different times, maybe for time zones, that'll make it a little bit easier. I tried to pick a time that hopefully is the most doable for everyone. So that is the plan for everyone. That's been the number one question I've been being asked. So I will update the sales page, I promise you, with that. But now you all know that that's when that will be happening. But truly, there, if you're meant to be on the replays, you'll be on the replays. The Q and any questions you can send in ahead of time. I will have someone asking me them, so that's totally fine. So just know it'll all be what it's meant to if you decide to join us for that. And one other thing I want to share with you is I just made it available if anyone wants to sign up. I will be doing a Aries full moon ascension session on Thursday, October 17th. So depending where you are in the world, but at 1 PM PST on the 17th, we will be doing that. Replay will be available. And all that I'm knowing from Zero is that it is an opportunity for us to step boldly into the fire of our passion and our soul or something like that. I don't even remember. I had to like talk it out earlier with them. So you can read what we put below. Okay. I think that's all I have to share for right now. Thank you all so much. I like can't get over how much I'm tingling. Scotland. I just saw some Scotland. I'm just okay. I'm gonna get distracted by the chat and never leave. Thank you. I love you. Keep raising the consciousness of this planet by being you. I love you all so much. I really was sending hugs to each and every one of you. I promise you. So, yeah. If you have anything to share or ask or anything, do put it in the comments below. I am reading them. I'm collecting them. I love seeing them. They're helping me in things to bring through. It's just a lot to then reply to all of you. So, okay, that's it. I will be back here live next Sunday at 1 PM PST. Okay. Bye for now, friends. Thanks a million, Jerry. Thanks a million, everyone.